Hello and welcome to another episode of On The Topic. And it's another special Vault episode this summer, as we go and delve into our back catalogues. Sounds painful, but trust me, it's painless. It's really enjoyable. And we are not talking about OnlyFans. That's an off-air joke. No, we are, which doesn't really transfer well to podcast. Soon to come to a OnlyFans near you. And no, we are. Hey,
if anyone wants some pictures of my feet, send me good money. And we can fund some good stuff.
That's sweet, sweet green. No, we are going to be talking unrelated to our favourite gaming movies.
It is, yeah.
Vol.1.
It was a Vol.1,
yeah.
And we've not followed it up since. And this is an episode from all the way back in 2019.
I should say I'm Alex. Who are you?
I'm still the same Dan.
Yeah, you are. We didn't introduce our names, did we?
No, we didn't.
There we go. Well,
that's poor.
You know who we are. Getting distracted with OnlyFans. Feet.
Apparently.
Feet pictures. So remind me, Dan, what was this? This was. I seem to remember this was quite an enjoyable one to research because we are both gamers back in the day, and more recently, I guess, for one of us, you've rekindled your gaming love. And I've always kind of been a sucker for digital storytelling and entertainment. But it was very difficult for us to actually find our favourite films because, as you talk about in the episode, when I'll obviously spoil things in the opener, but there's an awful lot of misses and there are hits.
Which is a shame, but I think that the one franchise we didn't talk about, which has actually been quite successful, is Sonic.
True. I was going to say that because now, 4 films? What's that,
3, but there is a Knuckles series on Paramount, I seem to recall.
Okay.
I've not seen that, but the first 2 Sonic films are fantastic.
Okay. But not to give too much away, Dan, but what do we talk about in this episode?
I talk about one of my favourite gaming franchises, Final Fantasy.
You do?
Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Tomb Raider. Which we both talked about, and we even sort of harken back to our gaming days as teenagers.
Yep. Trapping butlers in rooms.
You threw quite a good curveball in, actually, with Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
It is a really good film, actually. And it actually teases all these other subgenres in and amongst the film. It really does feel like it's the boss level of all of the films put together.
One film that had come out recently at the time of that recording as well was Detective Pikachu.
I thought it was alright.
Which was,
I thought it was alright.
I thought it was brilliant. Yeah. The fact that they reimagined London into almost like an Asian country with like the neon lights and Pokemon everywhere.
A utopia for Pokemon living alongside humans.
It was brilliant. World of Warcraft.
Yes. I
think that was one of my choices. Won't give too much away, but I didn't enjoy it. You brought up Need for Speed with Aaron Paul, is it?
Yes. Yeah, I love that film.
Wasn't he in
Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good. It's people might go, it's cheesy, it's this or it's that. Don't care. It's my not-so-secret love. I love it.
Assassin's Creed.
It was garbage. Should have been good with Fassbender.
Should have been.
Netflix are making a TV show. That's probably really going to age this episode. Yeah. Which I think, if they do it of the Ezio era, the 15th, 1600 Italian, it should be quite good, but I don't know. We'll see.
I can't quite remember the other choice we had. Obviously, don't want to give too much away going into it. But there is also a story about one of my first encounters with
women. Oh, I was joking.
It was,
okay.
No, you are right, yeah. There was a story about me, two young ladies at the time. I was only 15, so about the same age as I was. In the cinema, came up talking to me and my mate. I won't give too much away on that story. But looking back on that episode, in hindsight, maybe not call ladies birds. It is a very Pomponian thing to say, or Portsmouth, Pompey, whatever you want to call us. Yeah, it's not very gentlemanly of me to say that at the time, but
we all make mistakes, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
We live and we learn. But yeah, it's a really interesting episode, actually. We talk about the gaming industry and about the movie industry and how these two things on paper should really work, but in reality, they often don't. And yeah, we talk about some of our favourites and some of the things we didn't enjoy. So it's a really interesting kind of subgenre, and we roll up our sleeves and we really dive into it.
We do. We actually did some homework as well.
We did.
We actually went and rewatched some of these films before going in.
Yeah, we don't say we don't do anything for you, listener. We do all the hard stuff so you don't have to.
Oh, exactly. Should we dive in?
Let's do it.
Hello, Radsters! You are listening to the weekly roundup with Alex and Dan, the only show that gives you the sounds of the South Coast.
Most definitely and literally with seagulls and bells chiming from the cathedral down in Old Portsmouth in the background.
I'm Dan.
I'm Alex.
And this week, we're going to be talking about films that were made from computer games.
But should there have been?
It turns out, Alex, after doing my research for this, I've got more beef with computer game films than Colleen Rooney has with Rebecca Vardy.
Oh, keeping it current affairs there, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. All you got to do, if you don't know what we're talking about, then where have you been? But Colleen Rooney and
Rebecca Vardy,
Wags, going at it. Surely that's. I just reflect on this, Dan. Surely it was, no offence to her, but a little bit too calculated and intelligent for Colleen Rooney, don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would she have actually done that? Like blocked all the people on their story feed and just one by one selected and fed them false information? I don't get it.
It's bizarre.
It is. But anyway, I mean, I actually found there are some gems in the personal gems that I thought were actually pretty good. And I thought they were all crap. So I found this really quite interesting to research. So I'll be interested to see what you've dug up, and perhaps you'll see what I've come up with my own research.
Well, I did a bit of homework. So if I'm going to kick us off,
do it.
Warcraft 2016.
Yeah. So I never really got into Warcraft as a game. It's just these whole MMO type subscription things. I couldn't get my dad ever to pay for it. He was too tight. Fair play. And so I never really got onto the film. But I know there's a lot of people who are really interested in it.
Did you play Warcraft like back in the 90s, where it was a bit like Command and Conquer?
No, I didn't.
That was good.
Okay.
That was probably the best iteration of Warcraft for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, digressing here. So the 2016 movie was directed by Duncan Jones, written by Charles Leavitt, and based on Warcraft by Blizzard Entertainment.
Yes.
Starring Travis Fimmel, Paula Patton, Ben Foster, Dominic Cooper, Ben Schnetzer,
great name,
Robert Kaczynski, even better, Clancy Brown, and Daniel Wu.
Okay. So
the budget for this film was $160 million, and at the box office it raked in $433.7 million.
That's a good return, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
Yeah.
So a bit of a premise. Looking to escape his dying world, the orc shaman Gul'dan. It's like a cool orc name of me.
Gul'dan? Yeah. Gul'dan?
Utilises dark magic to open a portal to the human realm of Azeroth.
Yep.
Sounds good so far, right?
Yep. I'm on board.
Supported by the fierce fighter Blackhand, Gul'dan organises the orc clans into a conquering army called the Horde.
Oh, right.
Uniting to project Azeroth from these hulking invaders are a ring. Don't even know. Obviously must have got so bored at this film I can't even make sense of my notes. The mighty warrior Anduin Lothar and the powerful wizard Medivh.
Were you drunk when you when you wrote these notes?
Quite possibly.
Okay, cool.
As the two races collide, leaders from each side start to question if war is the only answer.
How philosophical. And you saw this recently, did you?
Unfortunately, I got bored after 20 minutes. I turned off on the hour.
Did you?
Hashtag get in the sea.
Wow.
It was awful.
But yet, millions of other people watched it to the point where it made 300 million on the production costs.
Indeed.
How did it manage that one?
Rotten Tomatoes only gave it a 28%.
Yeah, damning.
Sluggish and derivative adaptation. Yeah.
Wow.
It was awful.
I've never been inclined, and I know there was mainly negative reviews. I think some of the fan base were quite happy with it. $300 million happy with it, but I've never been motivated to watch it at all.
Don't bother.
Good.
It was awful. So awful that I think I probably was drunk when I wrote my notes.
Yeah. I can see the wine stains on the writing there.
Oh Christ, that was a heavy night.
It was. Let me try and pick up your woeful feelings of despair then, Dan.
Please do.
Because ordinarily with these things, I usually hit the listener and you between the eyes with a negative one. An absolute stinker. But I'm not going to do that with you this one. I think there's actually a good one.
Okay.
I think there's a really good film adaptation. 2014's Need for Speed.
Can't say I've watched it.
Starring Aaron Paul, who plays Toby Marshall, Dominic Cooper, you just mentioned, Dino Brewster, Imogen Poots, which is an interesting name, Julian Madoon, Kiddy Cudi is Benny, Rami Malek from Mr. Robot, Finn, and Michael Keaton of Batman fame and Spider-Man Homecoming, amongst others. Now, you've never seen this before, right?
No.
The synopsis. Framed by an ex-partner for a murder he did not commit, Toby Marshall, played by Aaron Paul, a financially struggling custom car builder and street racer, spends 2 years in the clink, thinking about one moment. Fresh out of prison, he reacquires the fastest car his workshop ever built and sold, and seeks to enter a secretive and extremely high-stakes race known as a De Leon. His purpose? Redemption, recognition from the world of racing, and to solve his problems. Yet all this fades in comparison to his driving reason. Revenge.
Okay.
Above all, revenge. This is a story about love, redemption, revenge, and motor oil all swirled together. Now, the budget for this was 66 million. Low budget.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of that was actually the totaling of supercars, and they killed an awful lot of supercars in the production of this film. Worldwide gross made 203 million.
So it's not a bad return.
Not when you're spending not a lot of money. Most films these days, they struggle to get less than 100 mil. So it's done pretty well. Rotten Tomatoes, though, gave it a stinky 22.
Oh dear.
The audience gave it 57. I'm with the audience. So the audience actually gave it far more favour than the critics. But the critics said, with stock characters and a preposterous plot, the noisily diverting video game adaptation fulfills a need for speed and little else. Now, it is really quite cheesy. There are some really cheesy moments, which doesn't help. It's quite a serious film. It's not a comedy. It is about street racing, about ultimately finding revenge and undoing some wrongs and the likes. And Aaron Paul plays quite a serious role in it. Quite likeable. I think he does a good job, but there are some very cheesy scenes. I think it kind of takes you away from the scenes themselves. But the stunt work's phenomenal. So if you see any of the behind-the-scenes documentaries, they flip Maseratis, McLarens, and Lamborghinis. They do some real damage to some real cars, and it is really quite a sight to see. The amount of bank that's on screen at every given time. I really quite like it. It's one of my most favourite modern films. So it's rare for me to say this, but actually I quite like it. It is a modern computer game adaptation. If you haven't seen it, I'd say give it a whirl.
Okay.
I really quite like it.
I'll give it a blast.
So that's 2014's Need for Speed, coming straight out of the starting blocks for me, and actually I'll give it a thumbs up.
So next up for me is a sequel to one of my all-time favourite video games, Final Fantasy VII.
I don't think you mentioned that game before, Dan.
Oh, I'm sure I did.
Tongue-in-cheek, of course you have.
Yeah. If we go back to the retro gaming episode, which I think we did, about a year ago now?
Yeah, give or take.
This game was up there for me. So when fans were calling for a sequel, they got a film.
They did. But should they have done?
Well, I'll get there in a minute. So when I first initially watched this way back in 2005, 2006, when it was first released, I didn't like it. It was just a bit trash.
I think this is all CGI.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get what was going on.
So anyway, it is directed by Tetsuya Nomura, written by Kazuki Nojima. These are all Japanese names, Alex. I don't know if I'm going to be able to say them all.
I mean, they sound pretty good. I think you're doing well this time round.
Produced by Yoshinori Kitase and Shinji Kashimoto. Getting there.
Okay.
And developed by Square Enix and Visual Works. So, Advent Children is part of the compilation of the Final Fantasy VII series of media and continuity. I can't talk this week, Alex. What's going on?
It's red wine, mate.
Of the highly successful 1997 video game. So this was released on DVD, so it never hit the big screen, in 2006 in Europe and North America.
Yeah.
So this takes place 2 years after the events of Final Fantasy VII and focuses on the appearance of a trio that kidnaps children infected with an unexplainable disease.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, kidnapping kids. Awful, right? So, we see the return of Cloud Strife, who is suffering from the same disease, and he goes to rescue the children. He discovers the trio plan to resurrect the villain Sephiroth, using the remains of the extraterrestrial villain Genova. And he and his compatriots from the game fight to stop him.
Oh, wow.
So, the film did receive mixed reviews, but critics praised its CGI and animation works.
I seem to remember it looked really smooth, and it was quite groundbreaking for the time. I think it was all CGI with some facial animation thrown in, I think, some computer mapping, which did look pretty good, but I just saw a swirl of colours and thought, what the fuck's going on?
What is going on?
It's like you just dropped a cup of LSD and just sat back and just watched, I don't know, like Teletubbies.
Yeah.
I really had no idea what I was watching for I think it's like 45 minutes. I thought, I can't get on board with this, I have to turn it off. But I mean, that was back in the day. But yeah, it's nuts.
It actually received a Maria Award at the Sitges Film Festival.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it either.
But well done.
But it won an award in 2005 and Best Anime Feature at 2007's American Anime Awards.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's just like a blur. You don't really know what's going on, but having watched it the second time around, currently playing the original 1997 version on the Xbox One,
remastered,
there's some really nice sort of throwbacks. Like you get some of the music from the original game.
Okay.
It's a bit nostalgic. It is slightly reimagined. But did they really have to make a sequel as a film? Nah.
And if you've never played any of the Final Fantasy games, could you watch this film?
You probably could. But it does throw back a little bit to the previous games. Like you see a character that is deceased now suddenly appear. Like, would you know what's going on there?
Right.
But it didn't do too badly with Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah?
33%.
It's not bad.
So it's a little bit kinder than what Warcraft got.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of those films I could take it or leave it. It's okay.
Okay.
But is it amazing? Nah.
I'll give it a miss.
Give it a miss.
But I mean, artistically, I think they achieved quite a lot, and those awards speak for themselves. But I guess the content, perhaps because I haven't played a Final Fantasy before, I just didn't know what was going on. So it wasn't for me. But what was for me more recently, and again, you'll probably see us in a couple of months at Christmas, time of recording, is Wreck-It Ralph, Dan.
I love this film.
2012.
I only seen it once, but I enjoyed it.
I think I've seen it twice, and it's even more enjoyable the second time round. Starring comedian John C. Reilly.
Yep.
Sarah Silverman, Jack McBrayer, Jane Lynch, and Alan Tudyk. Tudyk. That guy.
Yeah,
the one with a funny face.
Yeah, I know.
The synopsis, Dan. Wreck-It Ralph longs to be beloved as his game's perfect good guy, Fix-It Felix. But the problem is that nobody loves a bad guy, Dan. Apart from Loki.
Yeah.
We love him. Tom Hiddleston. But they do love heroes. So when a modern first-person shooter game arrives featuring tough-as-nails Sergeant Calhoun, Ralph sees it as a ticket to heroism and happiness. He sneaks into the game with a simple plan to win a medal, but soon wrecks everything. Gets in the name, right?
Yeah.
And accidentally unleashes a deadly enemy that threatens every game in the arcade. Ralph's only hope? A Vanellope von Schweetz, a young troublemaking glitch from a candy-coated cars racing game who might be just the one to teach Ralph what it means to be a good guy. But will he realise he's good enough to become a hero before it's game over for the whole arcade?
Ooh.
Now, this had a budget of 165 million. It's total animation. DreamWorks, I think it is. Worldwide, made 471 million. Pretty good return.
Yeah.
Get this, Rotten Tomatoes. Do you know how much it gave it?
I'm going to say it's probably in the 80s.
87. Certified fresh.
Nice.
The audience, 86. So pretty much on the money for both audiences. And the overall review was equally entertaining for both kids and parents, old enough to catch the references. Wreck-It Ralph is a clever, colourful adventure built on familiar themes and joyful nostalgia. And I have to agree, because I don't know whether they got the rights to some of the characters, or in certain parts of the film you'll see like a blue, I think it is, you see like the back of like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
So you don't see the full facial profile, and I guess they got away with the rights and the copyright and stuff. But you get nods to so many different computer games. Halo, say Sonic, Mario Bros. I think there's some pipes there somewhere to indicate.
Yeah.
They just throw it all in there, but they're subtle nods. But it's all in a mishmash of this computer world, and I think for me it's a nostalgia, but it is quite a funny and heartwarming film, just about, a computer game that's just, or a character that's just so sick of being a bad guy all the time, just wants to be the good guy and win the medals and save the world. And it's silly, but it's really quite fun. I haven't made a second one, I haven't seen the second one. But this one back in 2012, I really enjoyed it. And to that end, Wreck-It Ralph is a 2D side-scrolling game, a bit like Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah.
So you scale up and down this building and break windows, and Blake repairs it. It's effectively like Donkey Kong. So Donkey Kong is like throwing barrels of shit at you as he's climbing up and down the building, and you've got to try and avoid that as you jump between levels. Same difference. And because it's such, a simple video game, there's not much of a story to tell there. So they've built a narrative and then gone through, not the fourth wall, but they've gone the next level of being quite self-aware as a computer game. And I thought it was quite nice. And I guess for that reason, because it is a simple concept, you can then build something around it, as opposed to a complex game, which we'll talk about, I guess, in some reviews a bit later on down, I think you picked up. And then having to then squash that into then a 2-hour feature film just doesn't work. So I think for those reasons this one does work, and for the reasons of Need for Speed, well, there ain't really a storyline to Need for Speed. It's a car racing game. So because in absence of any proper dialogue there, they kind of win and they work out. So yeah, again, I'm bucking the trend here on the weekly roundup, but 2 strong starting films of mine, and they're both positives. I both enjoyed them, and I think you can do computer games in film, but they're my only 2.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm going to hit us with another negative. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, 2001.
I've got this one too. Yeah.
Directed by Simon West, produced by Lawrence Gordon, Lloyd Levin, and Colin Wilson.
Yep.
Story by Sarah B. Cooper, Mike Webb, and Michael Colleary. I think I got that one right. And of course, it's based on Tomb Raider, which we probably both played as kids, right? PlayStation 1?
On friends' PlayStations. I've never had a PlayStation.
I think I owned the first game. It was alright. But yeah, it was enough for me to want to go to the cinema to see this one.
The scantily clad, tomb raiding femme fatale.
Angelina Jolie. We've also got Ian Glenn as Manfred Powell, John Voight as Lord Richard Croft.
Yep.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, very young Daniel Craig, and he's quite... I think he had quite a subdued role in this, but then he hadn't really made it big time in 2001.
He plays Alex West and Noah Taylor as Bryce.
Yep.
So this actually raked in 274.7 million.
Which is double what the budget was, Dan.
Yes.
Not good.
No.
Because if you think about all your merchandising and everything as well, and your licensing, I doubt that would have broken even.
But yeah, it did receive negative reviews, earning only 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It did.
They actually put senseless plot and action sequences with no emotional impact. IGN gave the film a damaging 0.0 score, disaster rating.
Oh wow!
So that's quite damning.
I wouldn't say it's that bad, but I never really thought of it like that. But Angelina Jolie she delivers some kind of suave character to the film. This is an heiress to a county of some description or something.
Yeah.
Family's very well off. She speaks very, very posh, but it's just bland. And it is emotionless. I don't know if it's really like that, but yeah, I think that's fair to say.
I mean, the premise is beautiful and brainy. Lara is the heroine of Eidos Interactive's phenomenally successful Tomb Raider game series.
Yeah.
It is one woman's fearless quest, crisscrossing the globe in an amazing attempt to save the world. So I actually did go to the cinema to see this with a friend, Alex.
Did you really?
I did. Do you know what happened?
You threw up in your bucket of popcorn and you promptly left the cinema 20 minutes in.
More embarrassing. Well, probably not embarrassing.
You weed yourself.
But me and my mate ended up chatting up a couple of birds.
Okay.
Not birds, but women.
Yeah. Is that 2019 of you?
No.
It's South Coast England.
I'm English. I'm British.
Birds. Ladies.
Did I end up going home with women under the arm?
Hang on a minute. 2001. You're 15?
I would have been 15. Yeah.
Check you out.
Chatting a couple of girls.
Right.
Did I walk home with one of them under my arm? No, they buggered off with a couple of other blokes instead.
Oh no.
Yeah. #fail.
Busted. It's good effort though. It takes some kahunas to shut up a lady in the old cinema.
Especially at 15 when you're quite shy.
Yeah, man.
But hey,
well done, 15-year-old Dan. I have a lot of respect for him.
Even though he failed, right?
Oh, you got to be in it to win it.
True. But yeah, that's my anecdote for the week.
I love it. Okay, cool, good.
But yeah, unfortunately, there is a sequel to this Lara Croft film.
Yeah, this one is absolutely appalling. Have you got the scores for this one too?
No, I don't. But it was The Cradle of Life from 2003.
Yeah, it's so bad. I mean, they did. The only impressive scene in this is where and I think they actually did it. They did base jumping with a wingsuit.
Oh yeah.
And that was a really good scene. And they actually, stunt people did it, and that was fantastic. And they were, gliding across, I think it was Dubai or something, or a cityscape. And it was really quite a fantastic scene. But again, there was no real storyline, and it was all just gratuitous globe-trotting, but with really nothing to hang together. It was just a bit nothing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen the latest reboot?
No. Is it any good?
No.
No, still just as bad? Worse? Better?
So this one with Angelina Jolie, she's running around with dual Berettas, I think, or dual pistols shooting things. And it's quite fun. The teenager in you just takes a lot of joy about seeing a literal kind of iteration of something you're playing on the PlayStation. The latter, more recent Tomb Raider games, the Rise of Tomb Raider, etc.
It has like a crossbow and arrow and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's gritty and it's more down to earth. So it's not like it's not a hypersexualized character. She still has like the money and the inheritance and the drive, but it's more about her wanting to learn more about the world as opposed to her hunting and being glamorous whilst doing it. But the storyline was weak. Given the games are so good, and they're some of the best games I've ever played. And actually, I'm halfway through the latest one. Just the latest one with Alicia Vikander was just poor. It didn't. I don't think it even made the money back on the budget. But they're filming the second one.
So they're still going ahead with the second
one. So they're still ploughing on, but I don't know why. And there's no logical reason. So the end of the latest film doesn't leave on a cliffhanger. Doesn't open a door, so I don't quite know what Eidos are actually doing, but either way, they're throwing some more money at it.
Damn,
not good.
Not good at all.
So yeah, I can't add anything else to that, Dan. Disappointed because it had everything going for it. It is a film of its time, and it's usually can be found on ITV2 here on the UK, probably every other weekend. But so if you haven't seen it, go by all means have a look at it for 5 minutes and then flick back onto something else worthwhile. But yeah, I got that one too, and it's just disappointing.
Yeah, agreed.
More popular franchises: Assassin's Creed.
Oh, this adds Fassbender in it.
Fassbender. Him.
Tomato.
Yeah. 2016's effort. So Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard, Jeremy Irons, and Brennan Gleeson. So it was a meaningful cast. They didn't throw mediocre money or staff at this, or cast, I say. Synopsis is through a revolutionary technology that unlocks his genetic memories, Callum Lynch, played by Fassbender, experiences the adventures of his ancestor, Aguilar de Nerja, in 15th century Spain. Callum discovers he is descended from a mysterious secret society, the Assassins, and amasses incredible knowledge and skills to take on the oppressive and powerful Templar organisation in the present day. Now the budget is 125 million, and it pretty much doubled that to 240 million at the end of the day.
So it didn't do great.
Not great. To the point where Rotten Tomatoes so far on this episode is lowest score so far, 18%.
Ouch.
Audience gave it 43, and I don't know why. Maybe they were drunk because
drunk like me this week.
Apparently, Assassin's Creed is arguably better made and certainly better cast than most video game adaptations. I'm not sure if I agree. Unfortunately, the CGI-fueled end result still is a joylessly overplotted slog. Now, I absolutely adore up until Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which I think is number 6 of the franchise. Or the games.
Yeah.
I think they're really, really good. They excel in storytelling, expanding on famous historical figures throughout time. This first one was, as it said, 15th century, so medieval, pre-medieval history.
Yeah.
But the more popular was Ezio Auditore from Italy, going through Rome, Florence, Venice, etc. In the games. And I don't know why I didn't choose that popular character of the games. He had 3 games. This one I had 1, I think. And in the Assassin's Creed gaming universe, it's almost like a bed. If you're up to your sci-fi, it looks like a cryogenic chamber. You lay down in this bed, and it kind of accesses your genetic memories. It's a far-fetched kind of concept, but it works as you get through the games. In this one, there's weird tentacle things that plug you into your back and then lift you up into the air in the film. And a lot of the gaming community just said, why did you do that? It didn't add anything to it, and if nothing else, you just had poor Michael Fassbender suspended in air on wires, which is terribly uncomfortable, apparently, for hours on end. It didn't really add anything to it, and he took something away from the gaming franchise.
Yeah.
So they tried to reinvent something that didn't need it, and it just was confusing. I didn't enjoy it. I watched about halfway through and turned it off because it's nothing like what it should have been or I expected it to be. And to that extent, I probably am with Rotten Tomatoes. I thought it was just absolutely appalling. Fassbender at the time, I mean, he's been in the recent X-Men franchise, the First Class reboot, which has now come to an end, thank God.
Oh God!
But he was a flavour of the 2 or 3 years prior to that. So they had a notable actor in there. It stalled in early production. Couldn't find a proper script writer, and what they did find was absolutely bullshit. So I'm really annoyed by this one because it it's a much loved franchise of my own because I've been playing it for the last 15 years or so. Crikey, it's been that long. It's been a while, and they mucked it up. So if you haven't seen it, don't bother. It's nothing like the games, and you should be wasting your time.
That's a shame.
And to that end, I don't know what Michael Fassbender has done since then. 2016, has he been in recent films in the last 3 years?
He was probably in Dark Phoenix, X-Men, Magneto.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. It's boring.
I still haven't seen it.
No, not going to.
No, not interested.
No.
I might give it a blast. Give it a quick spin on here and be like, it's trash. I'm already predicting the future, Alex. Got my crystal ball out.
You have. Keep it back in. It's a bit unnerving.
Yeah, but sorry.
Yeah,
seen some weird stuff.
It's gross. But yeah, nah, not interested. So that is definitely hashtag get and see.
Really is.
Yeah.
So my crystal ball has got something positive.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pokemon Detective Pikachu from this year.
Yeah, fair play actually. I saw this 2 months ago.
About the same, yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
It's really good. Probably one of the only computer game films I've watched recently. I thought, this is really good. Like, the graphics are phenomenal.
Yeah. And Ryan Reynolds is just... He's perfect. He's so good.
Filmed it in London and just made it look completely different, other than, like, you see the gherkin.
Was it London?
Yeah.
Oh,
did
wow.
you not spot the gherkin?
I got the feeling it was like a European kind of metropolis, but I didn't get that they overlaid the streets of London onto it. Because for those who haven't seen it or have no inclination of seeing it, it's basically set in like an idyllic utopian society where Pokemon, these fluffy creatures of very different colours and sizes, live side by side with humans.
Yeah.
Whereas in the rest of the world, they don't. They're like wild animals out in the wilderness, and you capture them, and then they become your captured friends, which is a weird kind of concept.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise it's London.
Yeah.
Wow.
My other half, when we were watching it, she went, "This is London." I went, "Nah, surely not. It looks like some sort of Japanese city."
Yeah.
And then as soon as I saw the Gurk, I was like, "No, you were right."
That's a fantastic spot there, Claire.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have guessed that.
But yeah, we both really enjoyed it. Yeah. So anyone unfamiliar with this film, it's directed by Rob Letterman. It's produced by Mary Parent, Kale Boyter, Hindanaga, should I say, Katakami. They get some really cool names this week, Alex.
Does that name have a question mark after it, or is that just your pronunciation?
I'm just going to put a question mark after it. Don McGowan. And the story is written by Dan Hernandez, my good old namesake, Benji Sammet, and Nicole Perman, who actually wrote Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 1 and Captain Marvel.
So she's a heavy hitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the premise for this one is ace detective Harry Goodman goes mysteriously missing, prompting his 21-year-old son Tim to find out what's happened. Aiding in the investigation is Harry's former Pokemon partner, wisecracking, adorable, super sleuth, Detective Pikachu, or Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. Finding that they are uniquely equipped to work together, as Tim is the only human who can talk with Pikachu, they join forces to unravel the untangled mystery. So it's not really a star-studded cast.
No, actually, I don't think anyone is recognisable in this, I think, apart from the voice of Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. You got Catherine Newton, who plays Lucy Stevens, Justice Smith as Tim Goodman, eagle-eyed watchers would have seen Rita Ora as Dr. Anne Laurent.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chris Gere as Roger Clifford.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't find out what the budget for this film was, but it did rake in a good $431.6 million.
Yeah, that's decent.
Even Rotten Tomatoes was kind to it. 68%.
Is that fresh?
I don't know, actually.
I don't know what their boundaries are, but that's still pretty good for Rotten Tomatoes.
Not au fait with the Rotten Tomatoes scale. And Forbes called the film Best Video Game Movie Ever.
You know what? I'm not inclined to disagree with that, actually.
As I say, this is probably the only film that I watched recently as part of the homework that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, because the storyline is meaningful, and it doesn't. If you haven't seen any of the Pokemon television programs, by now we're too old for it. But it does bring back some nostalgia when I go and visit my my brother-in-law who's 11. Get your head around that one. And he's watching it, and I don't recognise the TV programmes because obviously it's 5-6 seasons from when I would have even recognised it. But I still appreciate nostalgic elements, and they've done so well in just giving nods to different Pokemon kind of characters, and they have literally brought them to life, and it's not in your face.
No,
I think they do very well in like easing the audience into it, and it is not at the detriment to the storyline. Ryan Reynolds, he isn't like Deadpool Ryan Reynolds,
no,
but he's funny in like an innocent way, isn't he?
Yeah,
I really like it. It's clean cut, it's PG rated, and it's just a good film, fun film. And I think I watched it in a couple of sittings, but that's only because I've got a busy lifestyle, and actually it's testament to the fact I went back to it.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
so many times, and I really enjoyed it. So that's a really good shout, actually, Dan.
I'd watch it again.
I thought it was brilliant. Yeah,
but
a good spot.
That wraps up for me this week, because I say I've got a lot of beef with these computer game films, and it makes me angry that we've not really had a good one.
I know. Well,
other than Detective Pikachu.
Got 3.
Yeah, true.
I have to lend you Need for Speed because I really like it.
Okay, I'm up for that.
Do it. But what has the social said?
We have got the Accidental Pod. I still need to check these guys out. I can't find them on my usual podcasting streaming service, so I'll have to maybe jump on Spotify.
Yeah, or give them a shout and find out where they are. But they do give us some love from time to time, don't they?
They do. They said, honestly, I didn't mind the first Lara Croft movie if I look at it as a standalone entity. Is it Shakespeare? No. But if it's on TV, I'll probably watch it. I'll also be scrolling on my phone, but ... crazy emoji face.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree. If there's nothing else on TV, it is watchable. The first one. It's just it could have done so much more with that franchise. That's all.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jolie does pull off a version, but it is emotionless.
Next up, we got Louise. She loves Resident Evil. Now, how we didn't pick up on these films, I'm not sure.
I contemplated it because I've seen 3 of them.
Yeah.
You think when I've seen 3 of them, I didn't mention it. It was because I wasn't enamoured by them. Because once you've seen the first one, you've seen the other 2.
Agreed.
And then the 2 more after that, I think.
I saw one where they sort of end up on a boat. Would that make any sense to you? I was going back a few years.
Yeah, it's been at least 10-15 years since I've seen the original. But the original was quite good. It was a horror film. Yeah, it wasn't something that really grabbed me long enough or enough to say I want to go and see it again.
Yeah.
But I can see why Louise mentions it for sure.
We got some love from Strong Island.
Oh, yeah.
So we got Brad Sked, who I believe he runs the Strong Island Record Company.
Yeah.
He says, there has never been a good computer game movie tie-in. Ironic thing is, a lot of computer games have incredible narratives of their own, where the storyline spans across multiple hours.
Yeah.
Squashing them all down into an 80-minute Hollywood cash and grab never works.
No.
And then Strong Island replied to him. So
shout out to Strong Island.
Anyone unfamiliar with Strong Island, they are probably one of the best creative outputs in our city. They do clothing.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They do photography. They've got the record label, which I never knew.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're really active in Portsmouth, and it's pretty much fair to say they keep the pound in Pompey. Yeah,
definitely. They replied with, "Imagine if E.T. had been a movie spin-off of the Atari game."
Uh-huh.
I mean, that didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, you didn't know this, Dan, and we'll talk about this off air, but essentially Atari binned off an absolute shit ton, literally, of their cartridges into a landfill in Mexico. And there is the fabled run of the E.T. game. Apparently there's only 1 or 2 that actually ever made the wilderness, and it's a very rare game for that console. and you could probably find a good couple of thousand copies underground somewhere, and people are trying to find where these games were buried because they're long sought after. Apparently, the worst game ever created that actually went to production, and Atari went, "Shit, this is so bad. We can't even put this out into the market. We need to bin this." So they buried it. So yeah, that's what it refers to. E.T. is a legit game that never saw the light of day for most of the world.
That's quite damning.
It's
bye.
Yeah.
Get in the ground.
Get in the ground. Yeah, 6 foot in fact.
Accent pod again. The list I found online is a murderer's row of awfulness. But I always loved the Final Fantasy movie, The Spirits Within, from 2001.
Okay.
It was a marvel for a 100% CG movie. I love Final Fantasy, so I am aware that I'm totally biased. The movie was a complete bomb.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Is that like a bit of a mix?
It sounds like a good thing. But acknowledges, I guess, that they are biased by the fact they love the franchise, but someone after your own heart, I guess, because you're in the same camp. Well, apart from the fact you didn't like it.
I did see Spirits Within at the cinema, and it was a car crash.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan. I went with my cousin, I think a day before I went to Florida on holiday, and thank God I went to Florida the next day.
To lift you up.
To lift me up after a terrible film.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for our listeners. We did get a lot, and I get it because well,
they're so bad.
They are bad.
Why would you want? You probably haven't seen them, to be fair, but a couple of people have, and they have contributed. I've got a couple of honourable mentions before we get into the socials and how to get in contact, Dan. Max Payne 2008, Mark Wahlberg. Have you played the Max Payne games?
No, but I'm sort of familiar with them.
Phenomenal. You can actually get Max Payne on mobile now.
Really?
Yeah, because they're 98. I want to say 98. They're quite old now. It's all about a detective who is framed for murder of a colleague, and it all ends up leading to drugs, a new high street drug that has some background in military application. It all basically goes into a massive conspiracy. Really fantastic storyline, and the game's quite enjoyable, quite dated. But so I recently downloaded it for iOS, so played it on the iPad and my XR, and it looked beautiful. Brought back good memories. But Mark Wahlberg's version does not.
Oh dear.
It's pretty shit. It lost its way, and it tried to do the whole kind of Sin City kind of noir feel to it, but it went half-assed. And ultimately, it just failed.
Never half-arse something. Whole arse it.
Yeah, 100%. Be fully committed, balls out, and it didn't. Only got one ball out, and it wasn't great.
I can imagine just getting one ball out.
You're quite uncomfortable, isn't it?
Yeah,
very cold. But yeah, enough about that. It did feature Nelly Furtado though, and she was enjoying a career back in the 2000s.
Yeah, she had quite a good music career. I'm Like a Bird.
Well, you could look like Big Bird if you're wearing a yellow hoodie today, but you're wearing a red one, so I'm not quite sure about that, Dan. But yeah, she didn't have an acting career, at least not after that film. And the other one, Doom.
Okay.
You seen that one?
I haven't seen the film, but I played the games. Very gritty.
Did you enjoy the games?
Yeah, it was alright.
2005, this film, starring Carl Urban. We know Carl.
Yeah, big fan. The Boys.
The Boys. Star Trek.
Yeah.
Amongst other things. Rosamund Pike. I'm never a fan of this actress. I don't think she's particularly talented British actress.
Yeah.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, take it or leave it.
Well, he's the most highest grossest paid actor in Hollywood at the minute.
He's gone back to wrestling.
FYI, is he?
Rocked up at SmackDown the other week, slamming people with the rock bottom and giving the people's elbow.
Well, the people's elbow was actually applied to this film, quite literally, because Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 19%.
Oh.
Audience gave it 34%.
Okay.
Budget was 60 million. How much did it make?
120?
55. Oh. Yeah.
That's savage.
Not good. And the only part of it was that halfway through the film, they then gave it a first-person elements. It's like you're playing the game, but it was in like a IRL kind of feel, and it was pretty cool. But that's like 2 minutes of footage, and yeah, it just wasn't a pretty film. I got it cheap on DVD back when I was at uni, and it was worthwhile paying a £5 for it. But now it's probably not even worth putting your tea as a coat on top.
Probably get it for £1 down at CEX.
You'd be ripped off if you did. The scores and the lost money speaks for itself. So yeah, there are plenty of absolutely appalling films out there. But hopefully, listener, we have helped you to basically avoid them. And there are some gems in the rough.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you haven't seen those good ones, take a look. They'll be on most streaming services, or perhaps push the boat out, gamble your $10 or £10 on a Blu-ray and go have a butcher's, because actually those are some really good films, and yeah, we definitely enjoyed them for sure.
Definitely. But if you want to get involved in future episodes, we're going to be talking about some of our favourite Marvel Cinematic Universe moments.
Yeah, there's some big stuff going over the last 10 years. In each of those
23 films?
Yeah, 23 films. Some jaw-dropping moments, some WTFs, and some nostalgic kind of comic book panel ports. But what were your favourites?
Yeah.
And what raised the hairs on the back of your neck, because there were a couple for me.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to hear about what your thoughts are coming out of those films over the last decade.
Doesn't matter how big, small, funny or dramatic it is, it can be something even as minuscule as a quote that you absolutely loved.
Yeah. But let us know, get in contact, and we'll share your views in that episode. It should be a big one.
So our listeners can hit us up on Facebook, The Weekly Roundup with Alex and Dan.
We can.
On Twitter at hello_TWRed.
Don't forget the underscore.
Always the underscore. Because that throws me off every week.
It does. On
Instagram at hello.twrad.
Yep.
Or Gmail, hello... No, it's not hello, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, yeah. hello.twrad@gmail.com.
It is, yeah. Or you can leave us a voicemail, a voice message. In the description below, there's a hyperlink to Anchor. Anchor are brilliant. They've just been bought out by Spotify, but they are a start-up in all intents and purposes. And they distribute our podcasts absolutely everywhere worldwide. So go give them some love. Record via that platform. Be part of the show. And we'll port your lovely, glorious, beautiful, silky voice into our show. And you can be part of the episode.
And keep an eye on the socials for new stuff, because obviously we'll have new episodes to line up very soon as well.
Yeah, we're very active actually. We try and do something every day, and we get some really good engagement. So please do continue that. We love it. We love your involvement in your comments. And yeah, if you want to be part of the next couple of episodes, give us a hit up on socials.
Come talk to me on Twitter. I'm always on there.
Hopefully not while I'm supposed to be at work, Dan.
Usually just lunch breaks.
Yeah, I was going to say sackable offence.
Yeah, I'm not allowed my phone in my desk. GDPR.
I guess, yeah.
Essentially.
In public services, yeah.
Yeah.
Good, Dan. Want to hear that? Yeah, well done. Party company man. Not like the private sector which shoot from the hip.
No, definitely not.
But anyway, for another week.
I've been Dan.
I've been Alex.
See you next time.